All right, hello. Welcome to the backtesting session. This is the fourth one. Fourth one. Let's dig in straight away. So, jump. Let's go here, here, here. Use a template, and it is going to be the Monday the 17th. So let's check if we got news on Monday the 17th, and nothing volatile. Let's pull the laptop closer. So we have nothing volatile. Wow. Volatile in terms of news today. Okay, let's have a look at the weekly daily analysis. That's Q. So we see this is the previous daily high. Technically the previous week's high, isn't it? Yeah. Um, we'll mark out the previous week's low as well on Thursday. Yeah. Tuesday the 4th. Yeah, okay, so this week was a bit slow and sloppy. Okay, so we got Monday like that as well. And then let's just paste that over, bang. What do we see? Overall uptrend. Swept that high. And we'll swept this high, yeah. Shebang. Same thing here. Let's mark out this bearish gap. We're still to reach into. Let's mark out this bearish gap that price has run into previously. I'll just actually correct it like that. And then we also have buy side liquidity at this point here, right? Okay, cool. Now, so we'll look at the weekly profile. Do we actually have anything on the weekly that's important? So we took out last week's low. Okay. Swept that. So we'll look at the daily candle. So if we literally bang, that's a new candle. We see so she start taking this out. Overall, we can actually get the picture in, can't we? Overall, overall, we are in an uptrend on the daily. On the 1 week, we swept out last week's low with a lack of displacement. So it's important to note down. Talking about the bodies, talking about like the candles, we failed to close higher than the previous day's candle high, and we had a very indecisive candle on both assets. Bias can't really be dictated right now. Hopefully 4 hour / 1 hour paints a better picture. However, if I had to say, if I had to give a bias based off of the daily, it would likely be, so let's think about it. We swept last week's lows on the weekly. Look, we have an SMT actually. SMT. We almost close higher. Low-key, I'm looking for higher prices. Can't lie. It would have to be bullish. Okay. All right, cool. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Did we see anything cool? Anything important? Look at that. We have a what the fuck? We have a bullish gap possibly being respected right now. I mean, it definitely is. Look at it. That's not an order block, is it? Charlie Gap. Yeah. Push Charlie Gap gets respected. Do you have any more key interesting points? We have these highs here, but they've been taken out 100%, haven't they? Apart from this one. That's been taken out. This one hasn't. It's not 9:30 open, is it? Kindness. Alright. Market sell side. We have this area. Does that get tapped into? No. Alright. Let's look at the Audi. So, 4 hour posts some confirmation of bullish PA. We go down into a bullish 4 hour gap and respect it. Okay, simple as on both assets. Right. Is there anything else to say really? Are we in like a bit of a consolidation? What's going on? We do look like we are trading within a small range on the 4 hour. Okay, so look at the hourly. Vaseline right next to me, perhaps so man. If you guys can't tell that from my voice, I'm just recovering from being a bit ill. But here's another smaller body gap. One as well in there. Nothing else really to say. 1 hour shows another bullish gap that I can expect price to respect. All right, cool. So that's that analysis sort of done, really. Now let's quickly just run through and see what Asia does. So we're in Asia session right now. Let's go on the 15-minute. Let's see what we want. So let's actually play this on like 2x speed. Okay, we see nothing but straight consolidation. Okay, let's stop that here. You see price actually respect the Audi thing. Where is midnight? There we go, there's midnight. Shebang. There's midnight as well. Okay, I'm not gonna focus on this too hard anymore because price has already come down into it. Just gonna get rid of the 4 hour gap. We have the hourly gap. That'll be the exact same one. So we can see right. Let's just mention that. So we see just before London opens, we see price runs into the hourly bullish gap and respects it. Okay, within Asia. Apart from that, it was a consolidation like market. There we go. Okay. Now let's have a look at what London does. So let's get off that. Let's see what London does. So London opens up right here. Okay, let's just have a template for London there. So a template for London here. Let's see what happens. So, okay. That's interesting. Friday I was getting swept. Oh shit.
Did I miss this? No, I didn't. Okay. There's a massive order block, but obviously we're still kind of bullish on the higher time frame, aren't we? Um, all right, it's a bit weird. Let me actually mark that. I don't know why I didn't mark that. Did I just not notice it? Okay, that's fine. Anyway, um, right. Don't know who let London do this shit, but all right, okay. Let's just go through 1 minute. Let's get through. All right, let's just confirm London close. So here we have shebang and shebang. All right, this is what London does. Okay, very peculiar, interesting. And let's bring that to the front because I just don't like how London sessions actually hit in the back. So here we have bang. Okay. So what do we see it do? It actually takes out the range. Takes out the top of the range, which is against our bias, really, isn't it? We see that London sweeps out Asia session highs, as well as last week's high, and not displacing through it. This is against the initial bias of bullish when we first stepped into the market. We can see, like, we can visually see that London was volatile and aggressive, right? Wasn't it? We can see it's got large wicks and large candles, right? Large wicks and candles. This could be a London reversal, New York continuation as we swept a key level. If we see bearish PA getting respected now, it can reinforce this fault. Okay, so let's just continue, right? Let's just continue on with reading what the market does. Price also trades higher. Okay, so just staying skeptical, right? Um, right, that's very weird. Do we have anything like this? Is obviously one massive 4 hour candle. Yeah, okay, so let me actually just draw these gaps out just in case. Right. Can we actually displace through the 4 hour gap completely, don't we? Sorry, hourly gap. Yeah. So let's actually mention that. We displace through the bullish hourly gaps. Let's go back on the 15 minute. Actually, let's check the 5 minute. We are having respect of bearish price action. Up candles are being respected. Up candles are being respected. Right. Let's see what's going on with price. No hourly gap. Small hourly gap. Okay, this is very weird. We get the sweep. Do we get a 15-minute change in the state of delivery? we do. Um, because we come into a specific area, but what is it? Like, what exactly is this area? To the London lows, like the consolidation lows. Okay, we have an SMT here, very strong, right next to midnight opening price. Okay, so let me actually just annotate that out. So we see bang, and then we have a bang. Let's not change it. There we go. So let's mention we get a bearish SMT as well as a displacement through a bullish low time frame gap right near midnight opening price. Okay, let's check on the 15. We get an inversion. Is there an inversion? Oh, you greedy fuckers might actually take that. All right, so 8:30 opens. Do we see anything? Do we have a potential CISD? Yeah, we do. Oh boy. Okay, but look what happens here. Look what happens here. Okay, I'm very staying skeptical for the minute. All right. Yeah, price is doing madness right now. Okay, so let's see London Open. What does it do? London Open. What the hell am I talking about? 9:30. 9:30. Yeah, we've got bearish prices for this time being. What the hell? Oh, that's my TikTok. Um, yeah, ever since London's rally higher, we have had lower prices. Okay, we look like we are about to displace through this hourly bearish gap as well. Adaptation, looking for possible short setups. Let's actually have a look at the high time frame again, just to obviously avoid any possible silly mistakes. Price comes in actually rallies much lower. Sweep, let's change it to state delivery on the higher time frame. Yeah, this looks dirty. There's not really a lot of draws on liquidity here apart from these lows, really, no. Check the hourly. Nothing there of importance. Mark it out on the other time frame. It's on the 15-minute. Okay, we have a gap here. Let's have that low. Let's see where she's going. I want to see some. Let's go on like the lower time frames. I want to see what's going on. We have loads of these highs here, right? Low key, I want to see some sort of manipulation into this area before taking shorts, like especially maybe here. So let's just skip through. Okay, we have a manipulation higher. Okay, we take out this area here. Okay, we have a nice wick, so we have buy side taken here, and we actually fail to sweep this one. So we're in SMT at the minute. Okay. Obviously, our change in the state delivery is all the way down here. So what we're doing is just waiting. Okay. Okay. There's a change in the state delivery on the 5 minute. Bang. So let's just actually journal all this stuff now because we're in the open. Following New York AM Open, we see a rally higher taking out on the time frame low resistance plus liquidity. We also get a wick forming, which reinforces a sweep due to the lack of displacement. Okay. We have a 5 minute change in state delivery. Now I am going into the LTFs to form my entry if available. Okay. Obviously, we are. Oh, what's available? What the hell? How do I spell that? Okay. Now we have the change of the state delivery on this asset, but not on this asset where we get the SMT, right? So that's a bit weird. Let me just confirm that this lines up. So this is Monday the 7:15, 7:15. This is the high, that's 9:35, 9:40, 9:35. Okay, that's one. I'm gonna just put it at the high anyway. I kind of want to see a change of the state delivery here, right? On the SMT pair. So we are just gonna simply do what? Wait. Don't really get what price is doing at the minute. ES is like consolidating, whereas NQ is traveling lower. Okay. There we go. There we go. Finally, the change of the state delivery. Okay, from the this is a mad wick action. I really don't like that market. But there we go. So we get that. Now let's actually draw our fibtal from here to here. Okay. Do we want to place it there? No. Okay. So let's go into the lower time frames. Don't you fucking tell me this is all just more massive wick. Okay, Loki. I can only really see an entry on this area seems cool because we have an inversion and then obviously this area here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put my stop loss, sorry, my entry right at this point. Place the high there, right? Price is unlikely to go past that area. Yep, okay, that's fair. And then let's actually zoom out onto the 15-minute time frame and observe for any key levels. So we have this 15-minute gap here. Price is already tapped into it. What else do we have? We have that swing low, FF value gap, okay. Other than that, nothing else of insane importance. So this might be one of the things we actually have to go on the lower time frames to find some areas. Here, this is definitely going to be tapped into 100%. Obviously, if we're right. I don't like taking these massive RR trades because I'm not skilled. And low-key, I feel like I'm gonna have to be in this position for a while for something like this to even kick in. I'm actually gonna put my stop loss at the most recent swing high because it's better to be safe than sorry, right? So now obviously this risk has been reduced a lot more. Let's check. Is there a 15-minute order block here? There is. Price keeps stabbing here. But like I'm worried that it's gonna just reverse and we're gonna get stopped out. So low key, we're just gonna keep it there for safety. Okay. All right. This is above the premium, which is fair. Yeah, let's actually just annotate that this is the trade idea. Let's move that a little bit. So this is the trade idea. We have an SMT on the high time frame, a 5-minute change in state delivery. Let's see, can we get a 15-minute change in the state delivery? Yep, we do in 5 minutes. Okay. Am I patient enough to wait? I think I am. Okay, we get okay, nice, very cool. There we go. Now this kind of actually allows me to reform my entry a little bit. So let's actually just delete that and let's look at price again, really here. So bang. There we are, there's the did we get a smaller gap? 2-minute? Okay. Once again, I'm gonna copy the same thing that I wanted to do last time and put my entry where the inversion gap is coupled with this. Put my stop loss at the swing high. And we are targeting this low here. Right. In fact, let's actually just go all the way down here and obviously let that be a runner. Okay. My lips are so dry from talking bears. Yo, what the hell? Nothing, nothing. We have that small gap, but I mean, my entry's there anyway. So, all right. Well, let's talk about the entry. Okay. So, here we go. I just take two pictures. I did. So this is the trade idea. We have a high time frame SMT as well as a 15-minute change in state delivery. The entry is set at the coupling of the inverse value gap as well as the 50% level 2-minute, 3-minute gap, bearish gap. We have also had a bearish market structure shift. Obviously, when we have a change in state delivery, we're going to have a bearish market structure shift regardless. Stop loss is at most recent swing high. Target is the external lows. Okay, so let's see if this actually plays out. Advanced 1% sell. Okay. See if this plays out. Okay, so we are entered in on the trade. Do we need to center back? Okay. Execution analysis. So say we are. Who do we? I am now in this trade. Okay. Partials and such will be annotated. Okay, so ideally I'm gonna take positions off as soon as this swing low gets broken. Okay. Let's just shut that. We'll just go on the 1 minute. We get entered right here. Cool beans, cool beans. So let's see what price does. Okay, I'm in a range, which is fucking brilliant. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. There we go. So why does it always happen to look how perfect that range is, by the way. Can we just see that? Holy shit. That is scary business, bro. I'm gonna take off these levels now, just so we can actually see price a little clear, a little bit more clear. So as I entered, we sort of caught in a consolidation. Price has broken the recent swing low formed. SL is at break even now, since the intermediate high is practically at break even. Right? Why risk losing the extra percentage? I'd rather just get broken out, right? If it comes to the point where, you know, that happens. So let's actually take off 12. And then let's do there we go. Let's see what price continues to do. Let's see what price does. Does it continue lower? Yes, it does. Okay, it displaces through the gap here. This is the 5-minute gap. Okay, cool. Let me actually mark this low. Okay, it's marked. Actually, we got a long way to go, blood. Let me mark that in. So we have 5-minute value gap gets tapped into, another 50% off, and let's see if we can actually move our stop loss anywhere. 3, 2, 1 minute. Do we have a significant market structure shift anywhere? Not yet. Can price actually run back higher than this level? It could. So I'm gonna actually move my stop loss just a little bit here. And SL has been moved to the top of the bearish 5-minute order block. Okay. Let's see what price does. Does it rally in for a rebalance? Let us see. Did I take position off? I don't think I did. Which candle was it? I'm being fair. It was this one, right? Pretty sure it was this one. Close position, bang, 50. Yes. Okay. Let's just see what happens. So let's pay attention to what the other chart is also doing. Low gets swept on the other chart. I don't really have the patience for this. We're in lunch. So this is a long trade, bro. Long ass fucking trade. Low-key, it seems like we're actually running higher now. Wait, what got swept? 15-minute low? We haven't really reached any key area. There is a 5-minute gap that price can react off to based off of both of them, and price does exactly that. Let's continue lower. Price sweeps the lunch hour low. Therefore, more position is taken off, and SL is now at intermediate 5-minute high, right? Which is over here. That's the 5-minute intermediate high, and we are taking off 2 more contracts. Let's take off 2, and then I'm going to take another 2 off here. So let's see what happens. Okay, and we get stopped out. Okay. Bang, bang. Price hits our SL, causing us to be stopped out in profit. Okay. Right. Let's see what price actually went. Would it have continued on higher? Is this the algorithm kicking? Oh, it might be. It's the manipulation taking out those lows. Or we get an SMT higher. I'm actually curious. I want to see what happens if the price actually accelerates off higher. It does. Could be someone probably caught a trade in the afternoon then. That's cool. So we can see price reached into, what is this, like internal liquidity? 5 minute internal liquidity. Order block, we have a low that gets swept. Okay. So lessons learned from today's trading session. Good read. What the? Good read on market bias. Stuck to it, and no. Good read on market bias initially. We ended up reversing market bias due to current price action. Okay, shifting from bullish to bearish on this day. Okay, we awaited for good confirmation, the 15-minute time frame, before entering, right? Good risk management on this trade and patience. Okay, I did not trail my stop loss too quickly and was allowing for price to move about. Okay. Anything else? Price ended up reversing in New York PM, taking out the highs that were formed in New York AM and overnight session. I would have loved to catch this move, as it was a lot quicker and cleaner than mine. However, boo-hoo, right? Boo-hoo. That's the correct way to go about it. So let's do Control A, Control C, and then let's slap that into the trade notes. So bang. Strategies. So did we have a key level hit? Yes, we did. We started at the highs. Do we have a liquidity sweep? Yes, we did. Did we have a retracement into the displacement leg? Yes, we did. Did we have a market short shift? Obviously, if we have a CISD, do we have a value gap entry? Yes, we did. I really like how the 5-minute actually respected this really well and then traveled on lower. This move, I'm trying to understand why this move happened. Like what caused for this powerful move? Anything on the daily? No. Okay. Well, that's that on the trade. Trying to really see why price did what it did right over here. Not that I'm complaining. I got my fair share of profit, like 1 to 1.5 R, isn't it, technically? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's weird, man. We didn't even take out the sell side. What was more than enough for us was this order block here. This order block. This on here as well. That's into the order block. Internal liquidity. Swap that external, and now we're moving back into internal, I'm guessing. Maybe this order block. And I'm actually interested. Let's see what happens. Does it take out that buy side? Go and take it out. At the end of the day, do it. Be dramatic. No. Oh shit! It did it on thingy. Yes. Fuck. All right. That's cool. That's actually mad. All right. Well. Looks as though we are. Okay, we got two opposing candles. Look at that. Cool beans. All right. Well, that's it. Let me wrap the video up. Thank you guys for watching. If that is content, let me know. Do something in the comments, shake bum, I don't know, do something. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you lot tomorrow. Bye bye.